Hello movers, and welcome to today's short movement session. So today we're going to start in this cross-leg position, and I'm going to do it in a way that you can follow along with me. So from this cross-leg position, we're going to take just a couple moments to connect to our breathing and to our breath. Okay? So close your eyes. In and out through nose, into the belly. Let's do 3 full breaths. Try to make them a little bit longer, and as I say, connect to the body and the sensation. What's going on today? So when you finish with those 3, we're going to start by bringing the head up and down. You're going to keep the nice breathing, and you're going to start the movement with the eyes. So looking up and then looking down. I'm going to do 1 or 2 more before we move into side to side. Go with the breath. Don't push, but go into the end range. And then let's bring the chin through the chest. 3 to 4 more times. Keep the breathing. A nice relaxed posture. And let's go ahead and do 2 circles per side. Slow and controlled, looking around. 2 onto or into the other direction, and take a moment there. From here, let's go and open our legs a little bit wide, kind of wide, but try to keep the whole legs in contact with the ground. From this position, I'm just going to rotate my belly button to the right, and I'm going to reach 1, 2, 3 little pulses. I'm going to rotate to the left, 1, 2, 3, 1 more time. Try to keep the long spine and whole legs in contact with the ground. Breathing just in and out. So we do 2 per side, 3 pulses. Now the next movement, I'm going to start bringing my right shoulder to my right thigh, and I'm going to reach over like if I want to touch my foot. Again, 3 little pulses, and then I'm going to switch. 1, 2, 3. 1 more time. 1, 2, 3. Last one. 1, 2, and 3. Perfect. Take a moment there. And we're going to move into our side bend. I'm going to start on my left side. I'm going to allow for my body to get adjusted. I'm going to keep reaching from the top of the head, keeping the shoulders down. See how this position feels today. 1 breath. With the hands, slowly transition to the other side. Side bend on the other side. Let go of the ground. Allow the hips to relax. Open, keeping a nice posture. Hands back to the ground. And we're going to do 4 switches. Back and forth. Staying tall, trying to stay out of the low back, don't rush it, feel. Now we're going to add 4 more, plus a little reach to the back, rotate, use the breath. If you can, stay with your nasal breathing, and combine breath to movement. Now from there, when we finish with those, so we did another 4 reps, I'm going to come to hands and knees, and I'm going to go for at least 8 easy rocks. Shifting some body weight to the hands, make sure that the hands are in a good position, sitting back and shift. See if you can look forward and keep that nice diaphragmatic breath. When you complete those reps, we're going to set up for an static beast. So I'm going to corkscrew the arms, I'm gonna plant the toes, I'm gonna make sure that my scapulas are neutral, my spine, my pelvis, and I'm gonna lift those knees. 1 inch. I'm gonna do 2 full breaths right here. Feeling lats, feeling triceps, core, and you can even try to squeeze your glutes. And rest. Squeeze, tighten, activate, but keep the breathing going. Now, the next movement, we're gonna start from a bent sit position. In this one, try to keep the feet shoulder width, but bring them close to your hips. So kind of uncomfortable position there, so we're getting into this flexion at the hip. And here stay in a kind of tall position before rounding. Make sure that there's nothing behind. And I'm gonna go into my spinal roll, back to seated, crouch chest here, round. We're gonna go for 8 reps. Starting small, and then maybe going for a little bit more. Back. Making the ride as smooth as you can. Eight reps. When we finish with those, we're gonna go from this bent sit position. I'm gonna bring my hands back. I'm gonna retract the scapulas, hips in between, feet and hands, and I'm gonna push to lift. Keep the shoulders away from the ears. Good position of the feet. Retract the neck. 2 full breaths in a static crab. When you finish with those, we're gonna come into a reverse tabletop. Back to crab. Here looking 45. Here looking up. Push those hips up. Keep the feet grounded the whole time. Don't allow the knees to cave in. Open shoulders. And let's do a final one. Back. And crab. And rest. Okay? So that was our first round. Okay? Now I'm gonna do one more. Okay? Full round, so it's 4 movements. We're gonna keep the reps between around 8 reps each, okay? There's gonna be maybe a few different reps in between, but I'm gonna be calling them out. But what I wanted to say is, I'm gonna do just a second round, so it doesn't become too long of a video, but then you guys go ahead if you feel okay. Depends how much time you have. If you're gonna go for a 3rd round, and even for a 4th round. Taking maybe 1 minute in between rounds and try to go from one movement into the next with not much break, but without rushing, keeping that good quality and feeling the movement. Okay? So the first one, side bend. If you are ready and you're gonna go no hands, but just make sure that you stay out of the low back. Staying tall. I'm gonna go for 8. Breathing, getting into the hips, trying to keep the knees close to the chest. Back. Shoulders down. 8. From here, I'm going to transition to the static beast, but then we're going to take the beast for a little crawl. So let's do 6 and 6 small steps. Keeping control, slow, neutral, everything. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. From here, under switch. Take a moment, sit, bend, sit, a roll. Now maybe you can go with the feet a little bit closer to the ground, rounding the spine, come into a nice seated position. Here, I'm gonna back up, but you're gonna go straight into starting crab. Set up the position, hold it for a moment, and then if you can, easy 6 steps forward and 6 back. You can always replace this traveling crab for some reverse tabletops. You can do 4 of those, or you can try some control crab toe touches to finish up this second round, okay? So that's another round. Here I will take a mini rest, we'll drink some water, recover, and I'm gonna go ahead and do another or maybe 2 more rounds, depending how you feel, depending how much time you have. Alright movers, so these are sessions for today. Please let me know if you have questions, let me know if you like it, if you did it, and you know that I'm always happy to receive your questions, your comments. I hope you have a great day. Thank you, and I will see you soon.